If Black Lives Matter, if Black Lives Matter, then why are our hearts being shattered as our ashes are being scattered into the winds of injustice? It's messed up we live in a society where you're really guilty until proven innocent. With no evidence, even evidence, somehow we're still prime suspect. The system is backwards and broken. And I'm not joking or jiving when I say simply for riding with an improper signal can give off a signal for a cop to hold you for an hour-long traffic stop. Enough was enough when I saw my sister body slammed in handcuffs and placed under arrest. And yes, I can attest with Sandra Bland's family that that was such an unnecessary tragedy. But you see, when in broad daylight for a broken taillight, a brother named Walter Scott can be shot in the back on video with evidence planted, should finally show what we perceived as straight is actually slanted. Cricket as a politician. And through repetition, time and time again, we're losing our black men to the pen, not for the offense, but at the hands of a great conviction rate. Prosecutor turns persecutor. If you don't have money for bond, you're merely a pawn in this game where we are the weakest pieces. You see, Black Lives Matter and start tiptoeing on that fine line around the time to introduce court fines and minimum sentencing guidelines. And how the hell is it that the time we get is always what we deserve, but same predicament, different pigment gets them off with time served? It's just not fair. But you see, fairness took his last breath asking for reprieve using the words, "I can't breathe," by Eric Gardner, a brother whose only crime was selling short Newports, no weapon. Mike Brown gunned down. Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice, whatever they did, they were still some kids who deserve to live. If Black Lives Matter, then why are our hearts being shattered as our ashes are still being scattered into the winds of injustice? I want you to take a second and close your eyes. For real, do it. Close your eyes. Now, imagine you've been confined to an 8x5 for the last 30 years of your life. Now take a deep breath. What if I told you your sentence was death for a crime you did not do? Look up the story, it's really true. See, right here in Alabama, Anthony Ray Hinton could have been any one of you. And that's as real as the man's misappeal for not copping to a plea deal. If Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Mattered, then Laquan McDonald wouldn't have received one less bullet in his body than he did the number of candles on his last birthday cake. And as we lay in the wake of the Flint water tragedies, these modern day catastrophes from Freddie Gray back to the Genesis, it literally makes me sick to my stomach to feel I even need to pen this. But let me ask you a question. If Black Lives Matter, then why are our hearts still being shattered as our ashes are still being scattered into the winds of injustice? And that's that piece. JP the Poet.